Welcome. My name is Bob Meller, and I'm here in our Epson Experience Center. We have quite a bit of equipment here, and we can talk about that a little bit later. But at this point, I would like to go ahead and introduce our speakers today. Today we have Matt Rhome, who is business development for Epson, and Mylaya Pearson from IT Supplies also joining us. So before we get started, I just want to mention that everybody is in listen-only mode. That's going to reduce some background noise, but you can feel free to chat us questions at any point during this event, and we'll be happy to answer them at the end. At this time, I'm going to, it's my pleasure to introduce Mylaya Pearson. So over to you, Mylaya.
Hey, can you hear me, Bob? All right.
Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to cover a few different things on today. I am going to go over. Okay, perfect. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure I can hear everybody. I'm going to go over a few different product details. First, we're going to actually just go ahead and start printing so that way you guys can see this unit run. And I'm going to run through our product presentation today. So today I'm going to cover product orientation, product performance, as well as product quality, and a little bit of the product reliability. So right now we're printing, you should see that screen right now where you see the printer is already moved over, the print head is going, and it's already done an auto height adjustment. So just to kind of go over a few parts of the machine here, we have our ink system, the control panel, our ergonomic operation buttons, power, which is a standard 120V. And as you can see, I have my sliding doors open, but that's just because I tricked my machine. So make sure you keep those doors closed, guys. And then it is on a stand with mounting holes where you can see my bulk ink system on the side here. Now, a lot of the time customers want to know, why is it important that we have 1.5 liter bags of ink? Well, here's the reason. You're going to have better ink cost, and we're going to flip this over. And then you're also going to see that you're not going to have to change your ink as often. So these are some of the reasons why. We're going to set this garment up. And that is just letting me know it is ready for me to go ahead with my next image. Next, we're going to cover some of our product performance. This is what drives or enables our performance here with the F3070. So what's really cool is the unit has a garment thickness optimization, which ensures optimal head height for any garment type. And the reason why this is important, guys, is because you're going to use a couple different t-shirt thicknesses, some hoodies in between. As you can see, I'm using a couple different images when I'm printing, and I'm using different t-shirts as well as we go along here. So your operator is going to be able to just drop that shirt or that hoodie on, and the machine is going to read it with the 6 sensors that are available. And then you're going to be able to continue going because it's going to read it and auto adjust the height of the head. Now I'm working with my last shirt here. And I'm going to hope that it gives us some sort of error so we can show you guys some cool things. All right, it's ready for the next one. This unit has, yes, that's exactly what I wanted to happen. All right, so what's really cool about the unit is it's giving me that my position of my media surface is too high. Either remove the dust or wrinkles from the surface of the media or lower the platen position. So I'm going into recovery mode right now. Now, if this would have happened, Epson has a Epson support cloud system where you're going to be able to log on from your mobile device or from a computer and be able to see exactly what error you just had or what is actually wrong with your unit when it happens. So for example, I purposely made sure that I had a little bit of a ruffle here, as you guys can see in this camera. There's some wrinkles right here from what I did. So one of two things I could do. If your operator didn't press the print all the way, that could be an issue. Or if they can also sleeve it. As you can see, I just threw my shirt right on top, which also helps not using the hoop system because it's faster. Or you can lay it flat like such. And I want to see if you guys can see anything happening here where I'm going to lay this flat a little bit, but you don't have to use your, sorry for the beeping, guys. You don't have to use your hoop, which is here. You can lay it on top or sleeve it, but you just want to make sure that this is down. The other thing is that there is a height adjustment here where you don't have to do it. You can, but you don't have to, where you can lower it to 1. But sometimes if you lower it down, what's going to happen is, and we're going to see if the machine's going to kick it back out to me. What's going to happen is that it might say that it can't detect your actual garment. So we're going to push this back in and we're going to see if those sensors caught anything. It looks like it might have caught something on us. And it was not able to detect my media because I lowered my Platen Height. So that was just one way to show you guys. Other thing is that on your screen here, you're going to be able to see your Platen Height automatically. I pressed the Platen Height gap. You're going to be able to see that. So I'm going to raise this back up because it wasn't able to detect it. And we're going to lay it back down. But as I was saying, there's 6 sensors inside of this machine that are reading this height to determine the height of the actual garment, which is going to take the average, the top, or the bottom for you. And as you can see, it was very happy with the fact that it was able to go ahead and read it and be able to detect that actual garment for you. Now, this machine actually has nozzle verification technology, which detects the nozzle health and corrects without the user intervention, which is really, really important because when any nozzles knock out, you can tell the machine how many nozzles you want it to knock out before it then goes and does a manual cleaning on the machine for you. Next, you want to be able to, you also have your automatic double strike mode for maximum white ink density. All that means is that this machine is able to do write and color at the same time. Now, if you take off your double strike mode for your machine, what's going to happen is it's going to revert back to the F2100 settings of just printing your white ink first. Machine comes out, goes back in, and prints out color after that. So let's see what it doesn't like over here. To not move the movable base, check around the movable base and then press OK. So really it's just making sure that there's nothing around it that's obstructing it from being able to do what it wants to do here. As you can see, my image is printed. But it looks like we don't have anything obstructing our view in here, which typically you would just go with your sliding doors is what we like to call it, ice cream doors. And you want to be able to just look around to make sure that there's nothing happening in here that's obstructing your view. So that was my actual last garment, which is kind of nice that it finished it up before it gave me that error code. I'm going to put this to the side. And now we are ready to continue with our product reliability. Now I can go ahead and show you, that was actually our last garment, but now I can go ahead and show you the overview of our white ink is being held in here. But if you click right here, you'll be able to take your ink out very easily. Epson has made it easy where you cannot put the wrong ink in the wrong slot. On this little tray here, you're gonna lock it in as such. And then also, just like with the F2100 where you have to shake your white ink, down on the bag, it's gonna show you 25 times to actually shake the ink. And they just want you to rock the baby. Do not give it shaken baby syndrome, guys. So that is actually your ink system right down here. Beyond that, we have a really cool display panel here so that you'll be able to click the menu, go into some different things, seeing custom media settings that we have already set up, as well as your ink levels, the humidity in the room, your operational position, the operational timing of this unit, as well as your head height we have here on auto, like I said before, but you can also put it on standard, and then your platen position, which is here on P. Lastly, we're going to talk about, we actually jumped ahead for a second, and we talked about the Epson Cloud Solution Port, which provides live production information to help optimize your production efficiency. So as I said before, that little system is actually free to everyone. You download it just like you register the unit, and you're able to download it on your mobile device, whether it's an Android or an Apple device. And that's also how you can see if your production team is slacking, how fast they're working to get shirts out. You can see how much ink you need. There's a lot of data in there to be able to show you what's going on at any point in time. And also Epson support is able to see what error codes your machine is kicking out before they send anyone out to be able to assist you. That way you're not playing a game of what's going on with my unit. They already see what that error code is because they're able to read it and pull it up for you. So that's a really, really cool feature that Epson has brought to this industrial machine. Last but not least, which is a really, really exciting part, is this machine has user replaceable print heads. Why is that important? Well, you don't want to have any downtime, and you want to be able to have a print head on your shelf that you can just go in just as easily as I did, undo the top of this, switch your print heads out, and then you're ready and up and going within 20 to 30 minutes. It's not a long process. We show you how to do it, and there's a step-by-step on your actual display panel here that goes through that process with you as well. And now, one of my favorite things, warranty. Epson has up to a 5-year preferred plus service plan on the machines that you can also purchase. So these are things that we can talk to you about offline, but just wanted to give you a quick little snippet overview of the machine, seeing the shirts run, getting those 3 shirts done in under about 2, 3, 4 minutes, with us being able to show you some errors that we were able to plan in there and get out for you. Now we are going to go over to Q&A because it looks like we were able to get some questions in.
All right, thanks, Mylaya. So I'd like to just take a moment and thank everyone for coming today. I'm going to take a look and see what questions we have. While I'm doing that, because it looks like we did get a bunch of them, I just want to take a quick moment to tell you about IT supplies. As you can see a little bit behind me, we're broadcasting here live from our Experience Center in Rolling Meadows. We're just 10 minutes from O'Hare Airport, so very, very easy to get to. We have all of your needs. Like we like to say that we have everything for the perfect print. We definitely have knowledgeable staff. Mylaya is an example of that. The tech support specialists are also on staff and are available to help. They are instrumental in coming out and setting up your equipment, and certainly we would love to interact with you more. So if when you're done here, if you have any questions, we'd love for you to contact a sales representative at 800-771-9665. Just ask for a commercial sales specialist. So now let me go ahead and get to the questions. The first question that we have is, I have a 2100 and considering another, why should I consider a 3070 over another 2100? That's for Mylaya or Matt.
Okay, so hey, I'll go ahead and get started. Again, I appreciate IT Supply inviting me here today. This is great. I really enjoy this. So here's the thing, big difference between the 2100 and the 3070. A 3070 is a high production industrial machine, okay? So the 2100, you're gonna get, you know, depending on the file size and a lot of other factors, you're gonna get about 20 shirts an hour. A 3070, again, with the same thing, you're gonna get around 50 an hour. So there's a big difference in time, you know? Time's one thing that's very important because you can't buy more time, you can't manufacture more time. So time's very, very expensive and precious. So that's the number one thing. 3070, a lot faster than the 2100. Also, as Mylaya pointed out, because you have such bulk ink on the 3070, ink prices are less expensive. You're looking in some cases about half on a standard print. You're going to have about half the cost. Both machines are great. You know, it just depends on, you know, what you need. If you're printing 50 shirts a day, yeah, you probably want to look at, you know, a 2100. If you need to produce 400 shirts a day, yeah, you should look at the 3070. Those are, you know, to me, those are the two main differences. What do you think, Mylaya?
I think that is one of the two main differences. If you're going to look at getting choosing between the F2100 and the F3070, you definitely need to make sure that you have basically the volume for it. And then also, if you're looking at pod systems, like if you're thinking about getting more F2100s, you should definitely consider getting an F3070, because just one of the F3070s is about 3 times as fast as one F2100, which makes it just makes it really worth it in the end when you look at price comparisons and ink and things like that.
All right. Well, let me get to the next question. What kind of support do I receive if I choose the self-service plan?
I'll take that one to start with. So really it's called the Printhead self-service plan, and it's really called that for a reason. Now you can get an extended service plan on the 3070, okay? And actually even on the 2100, but let's just talk about the 3070. 3070 extended service plan, you can get from 1 to 5 years. Hard to believe, you can get 5 years of coverage on a DTG printer if you purchase from Epson. So 5 years of coverage. The only thing that's a difference is you're required to change the print head yourself. And if you, you know, really want to dive into that, there is a great video. Mylaya can help you with that. That'll show you how quick it is to replace the print head. It takes a couple minutes. It's very easy. The engineers at Epson, because we manufacture our equipment, they designed this printer so you could replace the print head. So again, with the service plans, the only thing that you are required to do if for some odd reason your machine does break is replace the print head. Everything else covered. And with Epson, we have it right in our extended service agreement. Within 48 hours, we're going to try to get out there to you and, you know, repair your machine if something does happen. That's a big deal. You know, how are you going to make money if your machine's broken down? You can't wait for a technician to fly in, you know, or say, oh, well, we'll be out next week. No, you've got to have service right away. So we put it right in the document in writing. Now, with COVID, things might take a little bit longer, or let's say you're in, you know, Kodiak Island, Alaska, it might not be 48 hours, but we are going to come out and we are going to service you. So basically, again, all you are required to do is change the print head. Every single other thing, Epson's going to send a technician out to repair the machine for you in case there is some kind of a problem.
Perfect. All right. another gentleman, I believe in Ohio, is asking, so how long does a 3070 printhead last?
Do you want to take that, Mylaya?
I could take it. So Epson actually puts it in writing that the extended service plan document states that the white printhead should last for 60,000 full-size prints, and a CMYK printhead should last for, I want to say 120,000 prints, right, Matt?
Right. Yeah. And the thing is, the printhead's not just going to guide you get to 60,001 prints. You know, the printhead isn't going to die. That's just,
I hope
you know,
not.
no, that's just something we have to put in. But, you know, all printers, all printheads eventually, especially in a commercial machine that's running, you know, I've got customers that purchase these machines and they run them 24/7, seriously. So at some point, you know, you could have an issue with a printhead. But again, we've engineered this machine so you can change the print head yourself. That's very, very important. And we're so confident because we are the manufacturer of the print heads also, that we'll put it in writing that we expect them to last, you know, this length of time.
Excellent. All right. Next up, the question, is Epson Cloud Solution Port software included at no charge? I guess they see that in the description, but they're not sure what it is and why or what it is and how it's included.
I'll take it because I'm actually really excited about that software. I'm learning more and more about it. And so, yes, it is free. It is absolutely free, just like Garment Creator is free for you. It's available free of charge to all F3070 users. The port allows you to monitor in real time print performance, utilization, ink usage, and other key data points of your F3070 printer for you via a computer or a mobile device for you, like I was saying before. It's a really, really nice software, and I'm pretty impressed by it so far, and I'm excited to see what other things Epson actually adds to it and goes with.
So here's something great, you know, like let's say this morning while we were giving these demos, and let's say I'm out on the golf course and I'm on the back nine, and I could get an error, just like Mylaya had when she, you know, misloaded the shirt. It would come up on my phone and say, hey, there's an error on machine number 3. Or let's say when I'm in the clubhouse having drinks and I want to check in and see how things are at the shop, I can look in there and yeah, really. So I'll see, oh, machine number 4, it's been idle for the last 2 hours. Why is that? So there's a lot of really cool things that this does, and it's all to help you with your business. And then, you know, at the end of the week or the end of the month, you want to do a report, you can run a report with all of these different things, and you can look, you know, on how your business is running. That's what's very important.
Yeah, and while we were talking about it, we brought up a screenshot of port just showing the status of our equipment here. So, for anyone who wanted to see that. All right, and another question just came in. How does the garment thickness optimization help with performance speed?
I'll take that. You know, the great thing is we all know if you're running a business, you know, sometimes you don't know what kind of shirts, or, you know, you'll get mixed orders. Let's say you're doing a family reunion and you're going from kids shirts to ladies shirts. You know, you may go in and do a sweatshirt. So the beauty of garment thickness optimization is it will automatically adjust the print head to make sure and ensure that you have the proper gap between the print head and whatever you're printing. That makes a really good print. Also, it keeps and cuts you down from having errors. So if you misload a shirt or what have you, it's going to tell you, And also, like I said, it's going to adjust for different thicknesses of garments, which just helps you speed up production. The other thing, there's peace of mind. You don't have to worry about having a head strike. That's something you don't see.
Perfect.
I just saw a message come in, Bob, asking if this ink is specific to this unit. It is. This is F3070 genuine ink that goes to this particular unit. The ink technology is the same, correct, Rhome? The ink technology is the same. It's just packaged differently to fit only this particular unit.
Yeah, it's the same ink chemistry as what's in the 2100. You know, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, the 2100 ink is great. You know, we have the OECOTEX certification. So this ink is safe for use printing shirts for children 13 years of age and younger. Also, we have the AATCC rating, which is a rating that you receive on wash tests. So on the 20 wash test cycle, we're at a perfect 5, which is the same as Plastisol screen printing ink. Not everybody can say that. It's a really good ink set. You know, we have a 2-year shelf life on our white ink. You're saying, well, who cares about that? I'll use the ink all up within 2 years. Well, it is important because that shows how stable our ink is. If you look around at other white inks with other DTG machines, you know, they may have as little as only 90 days shelf life on their ink. You have to use it all up within 90 days or 6 months or 1 year because their ink settles out. And when ink settles out, guess where it settles? In your print head and your lines, in your maintenance station, and that causes issues and problems. So we have a very good ink, and to answer the question a long way around, it is specific for this machine.
Great. Well, thanks. We did get another question as well. How many of these 3070s can one person operate at a time?
I think Mylaya could probably do 4 as much as she runs around.
Realistically, though, only one operator can basically handle the production of 2 F3070s. Because remember what I said before was the F3070 is pretty much 3 times as fast as one F2100. So on average, to achieve production of 100 shirts an hour is what this machine is actually able to do. If a third unit is added, the operator will kind of struggle, honestly, to be able to keep up with loading and keeping all 3 printers printing at the same time. So if you really want to have optimal operations and output, I definitely 2 would be what I would set up a operator with, along with as well with a conveyor dryer and everything that they need in order to operate a pod system.
Yeah, my customers that have multiples of these units, they say one operator, 2 machines. You know, when you add on a third, they're not going to get to that third machine on every print cycle. It's just too much. So 1 operator, 2 machines. So now here's my cheap plug. Okay. So Epson is going to have a webinar next month, and I think you can register for it on the IT supplies page. And we are actually going to show 1 operator, 2 machines, and we're going to print for an hour. So we're going to try to come close to hit 100 shirts in an hour, 2 machines, 1 operator. That's going to be pretty great.
That's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Bob, do we have any more questions come in?
Yeah. A couple of people were asking about the hoop that they see on camera here. Do they need to use the hoop?
Nope, you can throw it away if you want to. Okay,
I
seriously, don't throw anything away. I'm just being funny. I use it as a picture frame, all types of things. you don't need this. The whole purpose of this machine is that it is a production unit. So we have, customers that said, well, putting on a hoop takes about 4 to 5 seconds, and that's adding to my my print time. It's adding to my production time, and so I'm not cranking out as many shirts because I'm having the extra seconds of putting this on. So as you saw me do, I was just throwing a shirt right on to here. So if you imagine, just throw this shirt on and you take it off and throw it into a conveyor dryer, your operator is just moving and doing this and hitting a go button each time that they need to be able to go. So that way they're not taking this off, because this is an extra step of, I don't know if you guys can see that well. Yeah, this is an extra step of, I'm taking this off. I'm now trying to find a place to hang it. Now I'm trying to take my garment off. Now I'm loading my next garment, and now I got to take this back up, spread the shirt out, and then do this. So ultimately, you don't need to use this. You can if you want to, if that makes you feel more safer, but it's really user preference, to be honest with you.
And because of the garment thickness optimization now, you really don't need the hoop. In the F2000 days, it was important because of the gap between the print head and the garment. Now with garment thickness optimization, you really don't need the hoop. And really, we're giving you at Epson your choice of what you want. You can either have the platen bare like Mylaya's is there, or we do have a fabric sheet that you can put on the platen that kind of grips the shirt a little bit. I think Mylaya's got one there.
Yeah, it comes with the unit as
go.
well, so it doesn't matter what unit you use, but it's just called a grip pad.
Yeah, or you can, if you really want to, use the
Mhm.
hoop. I know some people are used to using the hoop for years, and
Yeah.
that's what they like. And so it's really up to you. It's your choice. And by the way, any of you that own 2100s or F2000s, these same platens that you have now interchange with the 3070, and vice versa. If
And
you really
vice versa.
like,
Yep.
yeah, it's great. So if you like the new hanger platen, you can get that for your F2000 or 2100.
This is what makes it easier for you guys to slide the shirts on if you want to actually sleeve your garment.
Mm-hmm. So if you're an old screen printer like me, that's what you're used to.
All right, so I think we just have a couple of more questions here and we're going to be done. How long does it take to do maintenance on this printer?
That's a really good question, Bob. And really it depends on the customer. I mean, you're going to see some customers, they're only going to do maintenance once a month. We've automated a lot on this machine, a lot of the maintenance functions that people are used to performing. So this machine has all kind of different things in it, and we don't have enough time to talk about it. So if anybody is really interested in maintenance and what the maintenance procedures and all are, I really encourage them to call in, talk to Mylaya, Katie, or Amber, and they can answer those questions for you. Like I said, I don't have enough time to go through each different component that's made to help you with maintenance, but just it's very easy, very quick.
Perfect. And I think the last question that we have here is related to Garment Creator. Is Garment Creator the same on the F3070 as it is on the 2100?
And you can back me up here, Rhome. It has some new features for the F3070, but if you are currently using Garment Creator, you should be able to operate this with little training. And you can also still go to Epson.com to be able to download the new F3070 Garment Creator that's available.
I see one more just came up, Bob. One more question.
All right. That is not appearing in my chat. Can you?
Yeah, it says, how many shirts a month should I be running to justify getting the 3070? Yeah, I'll tell you, that's a hard question to just answer without getting any more data or details about your business. if anybody just answers that question right off the bat, they're really not doing you, they're not really answering it correctly. What I would recommend you do if you're really interested in the 3070, talk to one of the sales consultants at IT, Mylaya, Katie, or Amber. They can go through, ask you some questions about your business, and they can recommend what is the right machine for you. It may not be the 3700. You may be a 2100 candidate. So make sure you talk to someone, and make sure whoever you talk to ask you questions about your business in order to point you towards the right machine.
Oh, I see it now. Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay.
So we
And-
actually aren't. Okay, you see them, Bob?
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Somebody is asking about the process of pre-treating. Is pre-treating required to print on dark garments?
Yes. So all of my shirts were actually already pre-treated. So that way, what we recommend with using the F3070 is that you use a conveyor dryer. In this space, we do not yet have the conveyor dryer in. So in order to maximize our speed and quality, we went ahead and pre-treated majority of our garments already. And then that way I was able to show you that without having to go through the process, I'm able to just go ahead and have my shirts ready to get printed and then go over to the heat press in order to get set. So all of your garments are going to be, any dark color garment that's going to require a white base of any sort needs to be pre-treated, definitely. Sorry about that. We did not see your question. I think it was Dean who sent it. I apologize for that, Dean. Epson pre-treat required or recommended for the 3070 ink set. So yes, Epson has a full turnkey solution for the F3070. So I would recommend you use the Epson pre-treat solution. Like Rhome was speaking about earlier, that pre-treat solution, just like the ink set, are all tested and able to be used on children's garments as well as adults. They apparently don't care about us, but it's definitely able to be used for children's garments. So I just kind of wanted to put that out there for you. And I think I answered all of your questions. If we didn't, I will definitely make sure that we reach out to you to be able to give you those answers, because we do have your information from signing up for the Zoom. And I'm gonna throw it back over to Bob so that we can wrap it up and we don't go over our time limit.
All right. Well, hey, Matt, so you already mentioned a little bit about it, but on April 7th, from noon to 1 Central Time, you guys are hosting a webinar with Wasatch. So this is the 1 hour, I believe, that you were discussing. So what is going to be the complete focus of this webinar?
So what we're going to do, this will be an Epson webinar taking place from our facility in Carson, California. It's going to be live, and we're going to show one operator, 2 F3070s. We're going to see how many shirts we're going to print in an hour. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the Wasatch automation software. I know a lot of people are like, you know, I don't want to use Garment Creator. I'm using High Production. What this is a software suite that, you know, basically takes your image, pre-rips it, puts it in a file, and then generates a barcode. So we'll be scanning barcodes, pulling the image down into the printer, and printing them right there live. And we're going to put a timer on. We're going to give you a clicker, and we're going to see how many shirts we're going to print in an hour.
Perfect. Well, I know that our sales reps have all the details and the information is on our website, but please feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be happy to get you the specifics for this event. We can send those out immediately. And in addition, I just want to remind you that, again, with IT Supplies, we are here to help you throughout the way. So as you're looking into equipment, or if you have equipment and have questions, we certainly want to be the people that you call first. So, so thanks, Matt. Thanks, Mylaya. This concludes our webinar with Epson and IT Supplies, and I hope that everyone walks away a little bit more knowledgeable. Please don't forget to contact your sales rep if you do have these questions or need additional information. Thanks to all of the attendees. You've been tremendous. Take care and have a great day.
Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions about any of the videos that you see here on our YouTube channel, call in to a commercial sales specialist at 800-771-9665. We're here to help.